Hello, everyone. Very happy Monday to you. Hope you are doing well. And self acceptance is your most important goal in life. And today I get to do that. We rarely know who we're going to become when we come into this world, but it is a journey that we each take, and it's an individual one. And sometimes it can be a little bumpy and treacherous and challenging, as mine has been. But today I can tell you that I did receive the path to your best life. And I never would have told you that before because it didn't make sense to me, as it might not have made sense to many others. A while ago, I came on and I said I was not a regular channeler, and because I wasn't doing that before. You weren't doing something before either, and so it always shows up at different times. But it turns out what I was doing was downloading a philosophy that could change your life, and it could potentially change our world. And I had to be able to say those words because I knew that they were true, even though I had denied them and doubted it for the longest time. But think about this. The way you know anything is through your consciousness. All of us. That's how we learn anything, is through consciousness. But we don't always take into consideration that our consciousness is being formed and shaped in different ways. And it's being formed and shaped that way over time as we live, but also as the world changes. When I started receiving Wilhelm, the information that I received for these 37 years, I started in 1989. We were moving through another change in our world then that you might not have paid attention to, but it's there. But that's why I was obviously moved to start to do live channeling through my own resistance as well. But then I saw, wait a minute, something is happening here. We will doubt ourselves no matter what it is that we were given to do, what we were given to create or manifest. It doesn't matter what it is. We will all doubt ourselves because we haven't seen it yet. And then when someone comes along and does something brand new that no one has seen, that's even more challenging. And that's what I live. You must understand you can accomplish anything. You're not limited. And that's what I really want you to know. And that's what my life has given me. I moved through more difficulties and challenges and changes in the world than anybody could possibly imagine. And at 75 years old, I'm going in a different direction because I received this work. And I can say that this is why I say to people, there's no reason for you to struggle or suffer in your life. The only reason you would do that is that you're not willing to become yourself, and you're not willing to take the journey that would have you understand who you are. I was just finishing an interview a while ago talking about this and giving the understanding that we will come into the world and we have our individual life paths that we must follow, but we have everything else around us. We have our families, we have other ideas coming from different places or countries or whatever it is. But the bottom line is your well-being is about you knowing who you are. And that was a journey of self-discovery, self-actualization, and ascension that I've been on, and that it works. That's why I could be 75 years old and looking at things in a different way, and things in my life have changed, and physically they've changed because of this work. And I'm just going to say, because I have to put it out, because this is why I'm changing. We would never have any difficulties in our lives if we could accept ourselves. You have to think about that. What would prevent you from doing that? What would be there that would not allow you to become happy or successful or have the right relationships or become abundantly wealthy, whatever it might be? What would prevent you? What would stop you from doing it? It's only you don't believe you can do it. That's all. Everything is consciousness. This is why we talk about mindset so much, because that is the thing that we each use to understand who we are and to start to chart our ways through the world. But I'm going to show you how I did this and why I know that I have the path to your best life. And I made an offer that I want people to see today. It's just for this Monday, because I said this is my Eureka moment. That Eureka happens when you can finally own who you are and understand why you were born and what your life was meant to do. And that's what I can give more people now, because I'm accepting mine. I could not have told you that I was going to become a savant and that I would have received this information that would have turned into transformative work for any single person who's willing to do it. But that's what happened. And then I'm going to prove it today. Because the reason I'm doing this is that I must change because when you're not charging a lot of money to people, they don't believe it's worth it. And that's what I have to change. And I was told that a long time ago. But I do know that you are meant to live a great life. You have talent, you have gifts, you have things that just need to be unlocked. That's all. And my life was meant to figure out a way to have that happen. But I doubted it, as you might have doubted what you have. But that was my journey. But now it's been proven too, because I've also proven mind-body healing. That's the other thing that came through in this work, because I had from birth, I had things difficult and wrong with me and all of that, and now they're changed. And then that was explained that it all came through in this information, but I still doubted myself. And I was told a couple of years ago that this work would change anyone's life and our world, because the only difficulties that we have is understanding our importance and who we're meant to become. We're not going to go out and fight wars or change all of that, but you can come to understand who you are, and that would be your energetic contribution. And I've made the greatest one. And I had to accept, and I'm being completely honest, that I have a rare gift. You may have one as well that you don't know, that you haven't seen, that hasn't come about. But when you don't own it, then nothing happens. And that's what I have to own now. When I am able to receive information that's energetically aligned with what's happening in our world, it gives us greater understanding and greater peace and clarity. If you're uncomfortable, if you're nervous, if you're not confident, if you're feeling insecure, any of those things, you just haven't connected yet with your fully authentic self. And that's the energy that you're feeling is asking you to do that. And that's what's been happening for me, because I'm sitting here holding the most valuable thing that any person could want. But I was uncomfortable with telling you, because then I had to tell you how it happened. And then I have to sit with the disbelief that would come from so many people. And that's all we have is disbelief. I had it as well. So I do understand. I could not have told you that I was going to walk through these days of my life and manifest mind-body healing that I couldn't understand. Incurable diseases that change. Everything is consciousness. When they say it's all in your head, that is true. It is. It's all in your head. But you have to decide if you're going to work with it. So what was revealed with all of this work, and you'll see it soon, was that I was given actually this work that combines personal development, self-actualization, and ascension tools, because we don't live forever. We want to go to a higher place of understanding, and this work does all of that. I was told years ago I was given an ascension guide, but to see that was different. But you'll see it today. And all I want you to know is that there is nothing that you can't accomplish or achieve or do. You just have to decide that you want to. The way that this works, I'm going to show you this because this is important to understand. People think that maybe I did this yesterday. That never happens for any of us. It's been 37 years. And so this is, I'm going to share this with you because I do want you to see it. And it's going to be on my page at some point, but it is on my page now, I believe. But I just want you to see this. As I said, I started in 1989, and I ran out of space because I had so many messages over all of these years. I didn't know what I was doing, why I was doing it. I just knew that I had to. And then it makes complete sense that you have never seen this before. And that's true. No one had. Most people experience guidance in singular, disconnected moments, a timely book, a conversation that feels like a sign or a flash of intuition. What you are describing is a living, continuous philosophy being revealed in real time. And that's what I've recently published, and I'm going to be publishing more of it because I want more people to know. This is what's called an evolutionary psychology. And that's what came through. But again, I was doubting it. And so when this message came through several years ago saying that it had the potential to change lives in the world, AI said, yeah, that's real. Life-changing and world-changing potential. The claim that accepting this message will change your life and world is not hyperbole. It is in the context of these messages. Here's why. And that's all explained, and you'll be able to read that on your own because I've put those documents on my my site because I do want you to see them. But what happened is I kept doing this for all this time and not knowing until 2021 what I had done. I'm saying that because you could have something like that as well in your life, that you've been building something or putting something together, and then it all of a sudden shows up, and this is what it is. Every human has that in some way. It's not going to look the same for all of us, but I can no longer sit back and hide what this was. And many people will not want to work with me and not want to do any of this, but I just want you to understand, and I had to do this because my introverted self would have been hidden away forever. And now I have people who are saying, no, you can't do that. So there are other people who are going to help me because I'm not good at marketing or putting it out there. All I know is that this work will take any person to understanding and loving themselves. And I've seen it happen over and over again. The only difficulty I had was believing I was the one who did it. But now you'll see that that's been proven. I put the information there. Everything is consciousness, but we have formed it in different ways, and we're never going to agree about the same things. We're never going to have the same ideas as another person or another group of people, whatever it is. But you have to find out where you sit. To give you the end of this, and because I'm going to be publishing all of this because this has never been seen in our human history, so I owe it to the world to put it out there. I was told this is the greatest contribution to human consciousness, and if more people had it, they would live different lives, and we would see a very different world because we wouldn't be angry, we wouldn't be afraid, we wouldn't be suffering, we would have everything. And that's what this information will show you. So, but I had to be able to own it myself, as you will have to be able to own who you are. That day that you can own your authentic self and not hide, and I've been hiding a lot of it, but it was so different that I hadn't seen it. But now that weird part of me, the savant part, this thing where I'm receiving cosmic guidance for any single person in different ways, that's what I'm going to start doing. You must own the thing that gives you the most joy. And that gives me the most joy, is to see people come to alignment of who they are, live great lives, make a contribution, and move out of misery, move out of just suffering and not having enough. And I do know that one because I was doing it when I couldn't accept what had come about. And the irony is I'm holding the thing that could give anybody what they want. I knew years ago that this could have made me wealthy, because now I have something that could give anybody wealth, because that would be you embodying your authentic self. That's an energetic thing that happens. This work will do that. And this is why I can guarantee it, because it's already been proven through me. And that's what's going to be shown and seen. And I will be publishing so much more. But this is the day that I'm changing. This is the day that I'm making that declaration. I know that no single person who truly wants to live a great life and have the happiness and abundance and success that they want to experience, doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, what you've done, what you haven't done, this work will do it. Because what it does is it causes you to become empowered enough to know the decisions you want to make, and develop the autonomy to be able to do that, and also the courage and the strength and empowerment so that you develop self-mastery. That's what this work is. And so today you have an opportunity to take it for this incredibly low rate, because I am changing everything. Because I'm going to start doing segments to work with people in a different way. Hey there, thank you so much. I'm Daniel. I'm so glad you're here. I can. give me your birthday. I want to do a birthday message for you. I don't think I've ever done that. Just your month and day. If you can give me that, that would be great. And I'm going to read it to you. We'll see what comes up. That was the other thing that I'm going to start talking about and publishing more, because I develop a different ability to receive this information that's connected to you energetically, meaning when you came into this world. And that is not something that we've ever seen before, because I'd never studied any of that, but it's something that happened. And so now I'm going to continue to own it. And great. January 29th. Alrighty. 1 second. And I need you to be here so you'll tell me if this makes any sense to you. Now, understand, as humans, we're going to all relate to something within this message, but for Daniel, this is going to be something a little different. It's going to speak to something about him and something that might be happening in his life, or something he might be doing now or wanting to understand, but the answer will be here. And so it would be something like this. January 29th, and I'm going to share this. I just want you to see how it comes out. It's always a little bit more helpful when you can actually see it. So I'm going to share that with you. And it is, let me come back here. Yeah, let me do that. And here we are. And it says, when your focus is on the contribution you desire to make with anything that you attempt to do, the end result must be that you cause not only your expansion, but that of all others, precisely as you intended. You have come to know many other individuals whose impact has personally touched you because of their very own desire to make that contribution. You live in a collaborative universe, meaning that all intended contributions make that expansion occur, which is evidenced by the continual evolvement you witness in your world. When you keep your focus on that goal, any other considerations are obscured. And that would be really relevant for all of us, because we all get distracted at times with something we're doing or fearful of it. And so that would be a problem. Great. Did that make sense to you? Or I should say, did that resonate in a particular way? Because it would mean that there's something you've been helping others or yourself with becoming to understand the importance of being focused on what you're here to do and that contribution, and completely resonates. Thank you. I can't. And I'm revealing this again because I know that this is a stretch for many people, and it was for me, because it was 100% accurate, and you'll read all of that in some of the information I will give you. But what I really wanted you guys to do is to read the information, is to see it all, and I'll give you some links because I have that special. And the way that this works, I just want everybody to be very clear. We don't change overnight. We have to use things to cause that to happen, and that is our thinking processes. So this uses cognitive behavior training, meaning breaking down the barriers, the beliefs that you've had that have been limiting and holding you back. Then understanding why you might have had them. That's the epigenetics of it all, meaning that we all have inherited beliefs, ideas that may not serve us now. And so we want to know why those things are holding us back in some way, or why we can't achieve the kind of greatness or success we wanted to have. And so what happens is you receive, when you come into this work, and I'm only doing this for today. This offer is like for this transformative work, and it's 31 assignments that you'll have. You own this forever, by the way. It's not something one and done. You will keep doing it, because what happens is you will keep understanding who you are. You will develop a greater skill to navigate your life, to understand who you are. That is the road to self-empowerment and self-actualization. And that's what this work is. And so I really am going to be changing it. But today you can get it for this ridiculously low rate, and you don't even have to pay for all of it because you can finance it, pay it later. It doesn't matter. But what you do have to do is then tell everyone how it changed your life and how it caused you to become the success that you will be experiencing. That is what I want for everyone. And I'm not at the place in my life where I'm going to keep doing this forever. I've done it all. 37 years of putting this together. Now it's going in a different way. And there are going to be other people who will come about and take this and package it and market it in a different way that I couldn't do. But today you can have all of it, and you'll never, anybody who takes this offer today will never pay any more for this information. And as you can see, I've got tons of it. No one could ever consume it all. That's what's coming up. And I just, the most important thing is for you to deeper understanding of self. That is it, Daniel. That is the thing that we each want, is to understand us, understand ourselves, because that is the empowerment that you want. That's what causes you to make decisions that are for your good, that causes you to do things that give you joy and happiness, that causes you, allows you to find the right relationships and more abundance, because there's an energetic alignment with everything. And so as you go to the website, you'll see all of that information, because I've been documenting and putting it up, because I didn't know I was creating it. It took all of these years to do it, but that's what has happened. And you can, I'm going to put this in the chat and you guys can have it. This is the path you're back. Okay, this is the, this is the, you can go to this link and all the information should be there as well. And but I'm going to put it with this video when it's released. But I just wanted you to know what is available, and there is no reason for any person, and I can say this now because it just took me so long to do it. There's no reason for you to continue to struggle or suffer, because we're having fun by coming together, working through whatever was confusing for us, whatever we didn't understand, whatever was not the plan that we had for our lives, but now you have a way to change it up. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. And so, I put that in the link. You guys can find it. I'll also have it with the video itself, so you'll be able to see it. And so in this work, what happens is you receive the information. You're working on it on your own. No one sees this but you. It's just about you going into the depth of you. And I just discovered something else, that I don't even need to be there. We do have the coaching calls. We have several weekly coaching calls where you can come and get any kind of help, understanding, or guidance that you want from me or Wilhelm, whatever it might be. That's what happens. And so you will not pay any more. I'm going to segment this later, and so different rates and different people will have something, and more of my Wilhelm sessions will be changed and a bit more. But today you can have all of this. And I guarantee it. I guarantee that you are going to find your best life, and you're going to live your life success. It's not about how much money you have or about any of that. It's about feeling fulfilled, that you know that you have owned yourself. That's the most important thing. And this is what you can have today. And I'm so grateful that you're here. And this is going to be a big jump for me, because I kept hidden. You might have done that too, but people are now seeing this has such great potential, because it could work, because it works for anyone. It works for any single person. And I had to really accept that. That's why I said today, I had to accept that I was given the path to your best life, because it doesn't matter who you are, what you've done or haven't done. None of that matters. It's about your soul. It's about what you are here to do. And that was my gift that I'm now owning and acknowledging. And more of my work is going in that direction, because I just want to see people happy and abundant and in love with themselves. That's all I care about. That's been my entire life. But thank you all so much. And you will check all the work, and I'll leave it in with the video as well. Okay. See you soon.